Welcome to Torah Smash, the podcast for nerdy Jews, where our lives of Jewish learning collide with our love of nerd culture. In each episode, we discuss what we lovingly call a Torah Smash, which we have defined as a beautiful collision of one thing from the world of Judaism with another from nerd culture. I am Barak Malkin, and joining me today are...
Ethan Lane Miller.
RDY.
All right, gentlemen, today's episode is pretty special because
How special is it?
It's
I'm
so
sorry, I
special.
missed that.
It's because we're recording our 100th episode.
Woo!
Yay!
I
Wow.
am so excited for this.
Yeah.
What an accomplishment. Like,
That's crazy.
wow,
right?
guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Uh,
completely skipped episode 6, 7.
Oh my God.
Mhm. Great. That's cool. And I will say, like, good on us for we've been putting out an episode every other week for the last 100 episodes, right? Which is, it's a long time to have the consistent schedule. So I hope everybody's been happy with that. And
So
we
in
want
100 episodes, we've actually been doing programming for 200 weeks.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm That's fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, as such, as a way to celebrate, I have a bit of a treat for us, audience members. Before we started recording over 3 years ago, before we
May
met,
2022.
oh, is that when we had this?
Yeah, May.
Yeah.
Our episode 1 dropped May 23rd, 2022.
Oh, so okay, that's when we started. But so this actually, what I have here, before we met to record our first 3 episodes, I wanted to test the sound levels and, play around with some of the audio mixing. So we recorded an episode 0, which has yet to be heard by any of the 3 of us since that point. And I don't remember much about it, but the file says the audio is about 20 minutes long. And I remember that I asked us a few questions, but that's all I remember. Do you guys remember this episode?
I remember that we did it.
Yeah, same. And I remember one of the questions, I think.
Yeah. I remember one of the questions. I know that.
I think it might have been like a guest, and I might have gone with William Shatner, like a guest we want to have on the podcast.
Yeah.
I remember that one. That was the same.
Yeah, that's the only one I remember also.
All right.
Great.
So two mystery questions.
Maybe I just asked this one question. We'll find out. So for today's episode, we are going to be listening to that audio file, and then we're going to react to it. And then I have a few more questions for us to think about today as a possible re-listen in another 100 episodes.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So are you all ready?
I'm so ready.
Ready as we'll ever be.
It is time for us to go back in time, all the way back to April of 2022. So this is actually going to be our first recording meeting. And I thought it would be fun to, instead of just doing an audio test, to ask each other some thoughts or guesses on the future of the podcast, and then hold it as like a time capsule episode and release it after, I don't know, like 50th episode. It's going to be like 2 years. So a year, 2 years, somewhere in there. Does that sound good?
For our dozens of fans.
Yeah.
We'll
So apologies.
We'll see how far we go. Yes.
Apologies on the different of audio from this as opposed to what you just got or what you've been getting, because we haven't enhanced any of our audio yet. We are still in post-pandemic Zoom land, like pre or in pandemic Zoom land. Like people are still just not caring about audio or pets, or maybe we still aren't. I don't know.
It's post-pandemic, but people are still getting COVID. They're just not telling anybody about it.
Yeah. Oh, so like
It's
this
April
right
2022.
Yeah, April.
I don't know what
April
y'all are
28th,
talking about.
2020.
The great state of Texas, where I live, we defeated COVID a long time ago. Like, we're fine.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes.
All right, so I have I want to ask each other some like time capsule questions. So let's do this first. Let's see if is there a topic that you think we've talked about a few times just because the source material is so popular, right? Either Jewish or nerdy.
I think I will reference Star Trek to the point that we have to have a jingle of like, Ethan, you need another topic to reference, because that's my bread and butter, and that's what I swim in.
You think everything's going to be Star Trek for you? Every episode that you lead. So
I think I will
at
have
this point,
to consciously.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to consciously be like, oh, I already talked about Star Trek. That's too much. And then probably still say it anyway.
So you think 2 years out, you've led 20 episodes and all of them are, well, there's enough content.
I think maybe not even my episodes, but like your episodes, like, this makes me think of something from Star Trek.
Okay.
I think that if I were to, my topic that I'll lean on probably more than others is superheroes.
Mhm.
So, maybe we'll have a sound effect for that as well. That would be fun. And I think we'll be talking about, I guess like anytime a superhero or a biblical character comes up, I will probably be the one who points the other way and shows, what the
That's very
biblical
funny.
character is like a superhero and what the superhero is like a biblical character.
That's fun. I'm sure we're gonna. Well, I can't even count the many times that in a professional development session, somebody's led a Yitro session. So just the fact that has popped up so many times in any conference I've gone to, I feel like Yitro is going to be talked about a few times, maybe. Just as
Yeah, I imagine like on the Jewish side of things, that I'm going to get really excited anytime we start talking about Jewish values and linking values and themes to various nerdy pop culture things.
That's fun. That's fun.
All the Jewish stuff that's my bailiwick. So
You think your topic, you're just going to talk about Judaism too much.
I like the Jew stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a professional Jew, as are you. And you.
Right. Well, before I go, do you guys have any interesting time capsule questions you're thinking of? Or do you want me to ask another one?
I've got a couple that I'm thinking of, but I'd love to give you another shot.
Okay.
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have one. Who has caused the most need for us to like cut things out and edit and fix in post?
I'm really hoping not to have to edit too much. I'm going to hate whoever this answer is.
My vote is you.
Me?
Yes.
Well, are we cutting for flubs? Are we cutting for like background noises? Or are we cutting for that was a 5-minute ramble. Let's just cut that out.
I would say background noises or 5-minute rambles would probably both be me.
I'm gonna leave. I probably leave your 5-minute rambles, and I've enjoyed them in the past. I think they're okay.
That's so sweet.
We should get like some sort of like a rabbi sermon sort of audio like jingle, so that so when you go too long, we like play you off like the Oscars. And I'll just instead of cutting your 5-minute ramble, at some point we just fade your noise a little bit and bring in that Oscar noise.
Or it could be like Charlie Brown.
So people can be like, I wish I could do that at the high holidays or when. No, I don't want. For all the rabbis out there, I didn't. Yeah. Maybe this gets cut. Maybe this. Is this what it is?
At least
this is the first cut segment.
I think at least 3 of our dozens of fans are rabbis. So yeah,
3. one of them being you.
One of them being me, and if we count Cantors, one of them being my wife, but maybe not.
It's very funny. That's a good
I'm
question.
Crying.
So you think? Okay, so we think RDY is going to get cut the most. I don't know. Okay, well we'll see.
I have a related question.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to have the pet that interrupts recording the most?
If I can keep the cat out of this office, and my office is going to be moving downstairs in a couple of months when we renovate, so I don't think I'm going to have that issue.
It's for cat. The 2 of you have cats, so it's like stepping on things, and for me, it's a dog, so it's noise.
Yeah, and I have 2 kids who are asleep right now, but they should be asleep when we record, so I don't think I'm going to have that issue.
And I have 3 kids who are just getting out of school when we record. So
I live by myself, so the cat doesn't like it when I'm home and I put her in another room. So I'm worried it's going to be me, which hopefully our listeners will not notice it, but y'all will just get to see like a cat butt on the recording screen and just like walking across as we're trying to do this.
Well, we'll see the cat butt. Your cat Sarlacc pit.
No one's gonna know what that means but us.
Next question. All right, so we've talked about having guests on the show, and I assume by this point that we would have had guests on the show. Who do you hope we have gotten? We can do like realistic and like for some reason this hits the national international circuit and we can get whoever, right? Who both realistic and just top dream.
Okay, I have one that's kind of in the middle. So I would love like the cast of Big Bang Theory, especially the Jewish ones, especially Mind Bialik.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very fun. That's right. When I worked at SciTech, she did a special shout out. Somebody had a connection to them, and so she did a special shout out for SciTech.
I think the person who has the connection may be someone I know as well.
Oh, that's fun. That's very highly likely.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they're going, that's me. You want to shout him out? We can shout people out.
Go ahead.
Is it the Shockett Briskins?
Oh, better. It's her brother, Isaac,
Oh, okay.
who I met through the Shockett
Are
Briskins.
you just, I was going to say, are you just saying that he's better than the Shockett Briskins? You're all wonderful people.
Just 1 degree closer.
All wonderful
to the
people.
actual.
We just
person.
lost some of our viewers.
I
Right
know,
there.
right?
Amazing.
Sorry, Shockett Briskins, we love you, and IBB, we love you.
Well, hopefully he's been on. Okay, cool. Anybody else? I think
would also be
unrealistic. Oh, go ahead.
It would also be good to have her brother on because he's like super nerdy, super Jewish.
Yeah, I love his art. I would love
Yeah.
to have him. I have two, not gonna happen, but unless we like go big for whatever reason. I'd love to get Paul Rudd. My wife says that she's modeling me after Paul Rudd and helping to create and he's a Jewish, nice young Jewish boy who used to be an MC for B'nai Mitzvahs, and now he's in the Marvel universe, and he's done so many other really wonderful things prior to that are just ingrained in different pieces of like nerd and cult culture. So he'd be one. I would love to get.
But he doesn't
him.
he doesn't practice Judaism. He's perfected it, according to him and his interview with Zach Galifianakis on.
So that's perfect.
That's amazing.
And then the other one, RDY, I know that you have this connection as well. I would love to get Weird Al. I think that'd be super cool. And you said you're a friend of Weird Al's.
I am a close personal friend of Weird Al's, but that just means I'm in the fan club.
Yeah.
So saying that I have a connection is very, 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 very generous.
I'll have to think of my realistic guest.
So I think, if we're talking about Jews in science fiction, like it starts at William Shatner, who will
be fun.
never be on this podcast. Why
not?
But
all you listener
Yes,
fans, whoever has connections to William Shatner, make Ethan's dreams come true.
I mean, that would be. I mean, honestly, it'd be Leonard Nimoy though. But we'll settle for Shatner.
Allah shalom.
Yes, we got to get who we've got. But I think Mary Wiseman from Star Trek Discovery. That'd be pretty cool. Or Natalie Portman, nice Jewish into sci-fi and things. She crosses off Star Wars and Marvel on the list.
Right. These are great. Forget realistic people. Let's just aim for these. Let's get all of these as our guest hosts. I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it. We're nice.
And who knows? Maybe one of our dozens of fans will help.
Right.
I feel like I will still be saying dozens of fans in 2 years.
Dozens.
I think so.
You can repeat it and you can move to dozens and dozens of fans.
That's very confident of you.
It is. Do you guys have any other questions? I have one more, but
I'd love to hear realistic guest hosts. I would be hoping for Jamie Malandine from URJ 6 Point SciTech Academy, who very much is the Natalie Portman of 6 Points camp directing. You can quote me on that one.
Right on. I mean, I think Dan Medwin would be great.
yeah.
And I think Isaac Brinjagar-Bialik is a realistic thought to have him on and talk art and comic books and Judaism.
No, those are good. I might go. Yeah, there's a couple of people coming to mind. So, but the first one, Rabbi Jeff Middleman from Sinai and Synapses, like super Jewish nerdy crossover pieces. I think he'd be a fun guest too.
Yeah, he's terrific.
Yeah, and then I have like tons. yeah, I can't even, if I start naming people that are friends, I'm gonna hurt feelings when I leave people. I worked for Jewish Science Technology summer camp. Like pretty much that entire staff would be wonderful as guest hosts. So if you're listening
And that's the
and you're
thing.
thinking
Like
about it,
if we start naming people and they're like, it's been 2 years. How come I haven't been on your show yet?
That's right. These realistic ones that we haven't made contact with. Yeah. And I just named an entire camp staff is what I said. So that good. That's good. All right. I got one more. Let's make some guesses on just future, just nerd culture items. Right. So the MCU, Star Wars, expanding universe, Star Trek, etc. What predictions do you have for the coming year? So reminder to the listeners, we are currently the end of April 2022. What's like going on? So the Boba Fett just aired recently. Currently, the MCU has Moon Knight airing, and Doctor Strange comes out next week. So we don't even know what stuff is going to come out with that. What predictions do you have for nerd culture right now?
That is such a good. They've teased so much.
For what, MCU?
Yeah, in the MCU, they've teased.
Let's narrow. Who do you think is the big bad for phase 4, 5, 6? Right, Thanos was phase 1, 2, 3. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, I think people think it's Kang, and we'll get a lot of good Kang stuff, like as different iterations. But I think he's gonna bring in Silver Surfer and Galactus and other pieces.
Yeah.
Messing with, and the Eternals brought in, the whole Planet Eater factor of it, right? Exactly. I think I agree with you. I think Galactus is going to be the big bad for 4, 5, 6. I agree with you.
So I'm definitely not as versed into comics as you two are, but Marvel doesn't do anything without a point. And like it was like watching the Eternals, I was like, where is this connecting to everything? And so I buy that theory a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all just going to agree. We're all going to go down in one ship if it's not Galactus. Yeah.
I'll put it all on Galactus.
Oh, I don't know any better, so I'm hitching my wagon to y'all and hoping.
Right. It's too the fact that Kang has been introduced. We're going to get his evil version sooner than later, and we have so many other pieces coming through. Yeah.
I also want to see a good Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
and I want a moment between the new, whoever the new Johnny Storm is, and Steve and the current Steve Rogers. Even though Steve is like retired, I want there to be a moment, just because I think that would be funny.
I think they have a lot of opportunities.
Curious.
I love the Spider-Man.
Really curious.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm really curious if this answer is going to be different, like next week when Doctor Strange come out, and then we're going to be like, oh no, it's very clearly this. Point.
I think they're going to have a lot of fun with. Marvel's had a lot of fun with that, like, look at me, look at them, like past versions, current version, right? Even within, we're rewatching the X-Men right now, my wife and I, and right, they had a nice joke in First Class where Mystique was like, well, do you want my older self? And then it was Rebecca. She changed into Rebecca Remain. Or they were finding new people, they found Wolverine in the bar and he was like, go F yourselves. And he they pull back to other versions. I think they will. And there's plenty of rumors. I don't know how deep we want to go if we haven't seen this movie yet, but I've seen rumors of, the people that might be in Doctor Strange. And I'm really excited. I'm excited for this like new expanding piece of it.
Here's something I've noticed since Shang-Chi was a big indicator of this, but not the only one. A lot of Spider-Man stuff had this, but you know how Nick Fury was in all of the post-credit scenes in the early phase 1 stuff, and he was the one getting all the team, getting the gang together in 1 or 2, in 2 or 3. Right. Wong is the Nick Fury of phase 4.
Oh, that's nice.
I like that.
Talking about better, like different representation in the films. I really hope that we get a Kitty Pryde that is worried about her bat mitzvah, like she was in the comics. Like I want, and we're gonna get Miss Marvel soon, right?
Yeah.
And
that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, and so I really want them, like the Jewish characters. I hope that we get to explore that like Wanda discovers, right, that she was adopted from in the family that where she had the bomb blow off in the Avengers movie stuff, and that we find out that she is Magneto's daughter and that she is Jewish and that she's connected to his Holocaust past. And like
Well, is she? I mean, is she Jewish? Do they go by patrilineal descent in the Marvel universe?
That's a great question, right? What is it going to matter? Or
that's going to be a great episode that we either will do or have already done, depending on when this comes out.
Patrilineal descent in the MCU. I love it.
Yeah, or if we get Fantastic Four, right? Ben Grimm he's not overtly Jewish, but he's got enough going on in the comics that I would love for them to really explore his, Lower East Side background.
He becomes overtly Jewish in the comics, as you know.
Yeah,
I will probably have talked about. I will predict I have talked about this.
Right. I was thinking about this today, and at some point maybe it'll become something with the show. If not, just enjoy this now while I forget about it. That we can use the phrase "it's Klabberenheim."
God.
like a T-shirt or something.
It's clever, but that sounds like someone named Chaim is getting beaten up.
Right. Well, Torah.
Oh no, it's clobbering Chaim.
I don't know. Maybe don't say it with a question, like an old Jewish man. It's clobbering Chaim. Like instead of an exclamation point, it's got a question mark on both sides of the sentence. Yeah.
I hope we will have laughed this much.
Yeah.
On every episode as we have during this time capsule.
Yeah.
All right. One more minute to wrap up. Any last things you want to hold into this time capsule?
I was home this last weekend and I was talking to my littlest sister about how like we're in this like unique, almost golden age right now where we have constant Marvel, we have constant Star Wars, we have constant Star Trek, and I hope that the quality maintains itself. And I think that for better or worse, there's not going to be any shortage of opportunities for us to either talk about things that have come out so long ago, or maybe even react more in the moment to things. And I think that's something we, at least at this moment, haven't talked about, which is, are we going to do some more like reacting live? Like, I don't know how much big breaking news there is. It's going to be fully intersecting nerddom and Judaism at the same time, but if it's there, I'm sure we're going to be there talking about it.
I'm trying to explore on mine a lot of the more current stuff and try to find different connections in the things that are now. Like I know my first 3 or 4 are all based on current TV, like recent TV shows and movies, and then I have 2 that I want to go back towards that are like already pre-existing part of nerd culture and have been around for a while. But I'm going to try to stay on the current side. I think that's super fun and relevant for the people that are going to see it and wanting to have those discussions. Yeah, I'm down for like talking about it and just having tons of like spoiler alert.
I tell you what, my big dream, which would be really fun for the 3 of us, is if we had like a live show or 2 and like we were panelists at Comic-Con. Like let's blow this up.
Comic-Con, I was not thinking that big. That'd be very nice if Comic-Con. I was like, URJ Biennial wants to have the host of like, or like some sort of just Jewish conference. Yeah, I think we could. I think there's a lot of Jewish type of conferences that we could absolutely do and like have a fun, even if we just led like a program discussion. I don't think we're going to be like panel speak. Maybe we'll be the panel speakers because we've had Weird Al on, and I like, that comes with a lot of credit.
That it does. Yeah, we'll have street cred.
Right
on Yancey Street.
Yeah. Awesome. This was great. So we're gonna take the key and lock it up. Insert locking noise here. And yeah, that's a wrap for this recording. And let's hear what current us has to say about our predictions.
Oh boy!
Wow,
that was so fun. Oh my god, what a bunch of nerds.
Oh, we were so young and naive.
Yeah.
I've always been young.
That was a lot of fun. I laughed. My cheeks hurt from laughing.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
That was good.
I'm amazed at like how different and the same we are. And like the sameness is just us, and the difference is like what we know now about the history of the past 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I wrote a couple of notes down. I'm surprised we haven't used any sound effects based on the number of jingles that all of us wanted.
We all said sound effects.
Yeah, at some point in there, everybody had mentioned a sound effect. Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, the first thing I wrote down was I'm glad I said the text defeated COVID in April of 2022, and famously May 2022, COVID went through the entire admin team at camp.
Oh my God.
Oh gosh. I like how ignorantly hopeful we were for the MCU.
Oh, that was
Oh
so
man,
fun.
I wrote a little more bronze than gold. The quality wasn't even.
Yeah. And I mean, we were excited for Miss Marvel. None of us mentioned Guardians 3, which came out the following month.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, there was also like the fact that we were saying Doctor Strange was coming out soon. There have been so many movies in the last 3 years. So many movies and TV shows hadn't started yet, right? And so unless they did start and we didn't mention
no,
it at all.
Loki had happened. The first season
Loki
of Loki.
season 1 had happened.
Yeah, and you know what? Our episode 5 was about WandaVision, so that should have had happened as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We got a good Fantastic Four.
We did.
we did.
Yeah, we predicted that correctly.
Yeah,
And you predicted specifically Ben Grimm being Jewish in it.
yeah, that was nice. Absolutely.
And I also correctly predicted that I would talk about the Thing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mentioned Yitro, and when I did that, we didn't say for my friend Jason, because Jason hadn't been introduced yet.
Right.
And so we weren't mindful of that aspect of talking Jewish words without explaining them.
And it would have been more accurate had you said Jonah.
Why?
You bring up Jonah more than you bring up Yitro.
Oh, sure. I thought you meant like Jason. I
Oh.
was like, how does that make sense?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd like to politely point out that while my cat Sylvie has probably caused a lot of edits,
Absolutely is the pet that interrupts the most. I wrote that as
Yes,
well.
there-
Yeah.
there is a line that no one is going to get to hear in that recap that
Oh my
RBY
God.
says that absolutely got edited out.
I thought
And
that was Barack. I thought it was Barack that said it.
nobody will ever know because I absolutely edited it.
You mean
And
Cat Sarlacc?
yeah,
No, that's not the one. That's not the one.
but so I will say, as proof of who will have the most edits, absolutely was RDY.
Oh, yeah.
100%
Oh, yeah.
cannot maintain his filter, and I have to maintain that filter for him.
And now that at this point we're listening to this at a point where I have now edited 2 episodes, and yeah, sometimes I hate me.
Oh my gosh. I am not sad. I don't know the right word because I know we've invited some of those people and they haven't come on. But there's some great people. Hey, if you heard your names mentioned, reach out to us. We have a list of guests with information that we still like. Scheduling with guests is complicated because we already have to schedule for the 3 of us and then adding new people in. And I know it sounds like I'm making an excuse, which I sort of am. But hey, if you heard your name mentioned or if you know somebody whose name was mentioned, reach out to us. We'd love to have some more. Like, we love having guests on. It's a lot of fun.
For sure.
I love that we got the director of Maccabi Sports Camp on before URJ Scitek.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Joel.
That's a serious irony, but he was a great guest.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joel's great.
I thought and swore that when we talked about who's our realistic guest, I thought I had said Isaac Brinjigard Bialik. I only reflected on you that said, yeah, that would be great because it would be great. And then he was our first
guest.
And
So
our first repeating guest.
Yes.
Yeah, he's definitely friend of the show, and I thought I had name dropped him, but that you had name dropped him, and I just thought it would be great to have him. Yeah, but hey, if friends of Weird Al, William Shatner, Paul Rudd, and any Natalie Portman, anybody that we mentioned, if you
The
are
cast
friends
of the
with
Big
them,
Bang Theory.
right? Forward this to them, please.
Or anyone you think we should be talking to because you happen to know a celebrity and love our podcast.
Yeah. I want to say that I don't think I've been proven wrong yet about my theory with Wanda and Magneto. I am still holding true to the idea that flashback of Wanda within the bombed house was after they'd been adopted, and so they don't remember prior to that, but she actually was given up by Magneto. I'm still holding true to that patrilineal descent and that she is Magneto's child in some sense. So I hope that when the X-Men enter the MCU, we will have that question answered.
I think you did in a way correctly call the merging of the universes. You didn't phrase it that way,
No,
but
we talked about like
Yeah.
I mentioned how they like to show previous versions of superheroes, and we've gotten
Right.
that a number of times already, which has been
a
wonderful.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of the other things that I really liked that we said, you being down for spoiler alerts, and actually I'm the one who's always like, no, it's been 2 weeks. If you're a serious fan, you'd have seen it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love the idea of you being happy with us being at biennial. Like when I was like, let's be at Comic-Con, you're like, I'd be happy with a biennial. And
Just
We've
give us
been
that
to
as
neither.
there has not been a biennial since we started recording, but there will be one at the end of the year in about
Right.
11 months.
As far as I know, we're not on the invite list.
They take suggestions, like you have to say, hey, here's a thing that I think would
that's
be
very
good.
funny. That's very
But there
funny.
are lots of Jewish podcasts. It would be fun to like go be on a panel with other podcasts.
There's other Jewish conventions.
Where's
With-
biennial
with-
this year?
Philly.
Philly, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It takes place the week after PAX Unplugged at the same location.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, it's very
You're going to
funny.
be busy.
You can just stay there.
Yeah.
You're just going to camp out.
In addition to Jewish convention conversations, we didn't even know that Juice was going to be a thing, right? So we talked about we were not
Right.
guests at Juice, but we were sponsors
Oh,
of
yeah,
Juice,
yeah.
which was the Jewish comic book experience, which was like Jewish comic convention in New York City that
Yeah.
we got to happily participate in twice, and it was wonderful.
I love that you said that Michelle is modeling you after Paul Rudd. Like it's
Yeah.
a very interesting dynamic to your relationship that that we see a little more clearly now after 4 years.
That's very funny.
And by the way, you look a lot like Paul Rudd right now.
Oh, do I?
Oh yeah. Ever since, I mean, more and more over the course of 4 years.
Fans, you're just going to have to believe him. I am happy that it's Clobber and Chaim did not become a thing.
Really?
I don't know. It didn't ring. Listening to it, I rolled my eyes at myself.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's Clobber and Chaim. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that didn't become a thing. I said the phrase dozens of listeners 3 times.
I saw that. Yeah.
And I remember at one point, I want to say it was like before episode 10, you like called me up and you were like, can you stop saying dozens of listeners? It's too self-deprecating. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you know what's nice is that we started at that point and we didn't know where we'd be, but we have hundreds of listeners now, which is wonderful. And from all over, I think we're still missing one US state. I stopped tracking it, so maybe we did get all the US states, but every state in the US, I'll say, and then in a number of countries across the world, which is so cool.
Well, and because of Rabbi Emma Gottlieb, we had a little South Africa contingent contingent for a little while.
Yeah.
That was nice.
She can get us Canada now too.
I bet we have Canada.
She's the international delegation head.
We also just had Rabbi Stephen Wise on, and he's a Canadian.
Yeah. Wise guy.
I'm gonna do a quick count of how many of Ethan's episodes are Star Trek based.
Colin, can we guess?
Yeah, let's do. So we've had 100 episodes, over under. No, let's do Price is Right rules.
Okay.
So we've had 100 episodes. Let's do Price is Right rules. How many episodes has Ethan done that are Star Trek focused? So we're not including all the ones where he's interrupted a Star Trek content, with Star Trek content,
or one where we're not counting Cantor Ross Woolman's episode.
right, because it wasn't yours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then keep in mind, it's not really out of 100 episodes. It's out of like 33.
Right.
Out of 33 episodes, I will say 3. 10%. That's actually a lot to be on
think
one
you have
thing.
I want to say 12.
Okay.
God.
Because I think the gap between 3 and 12 is a lot. and you called Price is Right
What
rules.
was it? 4. You're gonna
I'm
say
gonna
4?
say 4. Yeah, I'm gonna say 4 because you called Price is Right rules.
Okay.
But if I were guessing genuinely, I would probably say 6. But my
Okay.
official answer is 4.
Okay, here we go. Let's see. Drum roll, please. The final count is 7 episodes on Star Trek.
What do I win?
I think what we win is I'm due for another.
Yeah.
Clearly, I haven't done it enough.
That is definitely a win. And I will also say that my strategic answer and my actual answer both would have won.
Yeah. What I should have remembered is that Ethan likes to do Ethan episodes, right?
Yeah.
It seems to be either Star Trek, Star Wars, or quote an Ethan episode, unquote. And that's what really did me in.
And I will also say that as I was looking through the list of was just looking at the titles and occasionally clicking on one, a lot of my favorite episodes are the quote unquote Ethan episodes.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Including the very first Ethan episode, Pretty Fly for a Tech Study.
Oh, that was great.
That was super fun.
Yeah.
Can I also say, in a way to shout out things that we've done in the past that we didn't necessarily just listen to?
Yeah.
Barack, you put so much effort into this podcast on a regular basis. You have edited 97 out of the 99 episodes that have already come out. You have created, this whole thing was your idea. So you've created a world we get to play in.
You essentially gave yourself a part-time job for which you are unpaid, and your 2 coworkers actively cause you more work.
And maybe intentionally.
Right.
And the puns that you write at the end of every episode are I would say a passing grade of in aggregate. But some of them are terrific. And all every title is so clever. And I mean, you put so much into it, and I appreciate it so much.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, that's probably one of my favorite parts is coming up with the titles. The puns are getting harder and harder and harder as we go on. And when we started, it was like, oh, all of these wonderful movie quotes I can pull from. And we're running out of movie quotes I can pull from that are well known. And so, I have to start using meme quotes or something. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of content out there.
There is. I will be fine. It's just they're fun. They're hard though, but it's a lot of fun.
Harder.
Yeah.
Can I say that was a lot of fun to listen to? I'm so glad we did it. So, listeners, just we're going to keep on talking, and we're going to actually reseal another time capsule episode to be released in hopefully another 100 episodes. But to seal this previous time capsule episode, can I just say how wonderful these last 100 episodes have been with you both? I never could have imagined the fun conversations, the incredible guests, and fan moments when I asked you both to join me on this adventure. We barely talked about the live show.
Right.
But
that
we
was
had
so much fun.
Yeah.
And we called it.
Yeah. So let this be a reminder to all of you listeners. Do you have an idea you'd like to pursue? A passion project that you can't keep yourself away from? A side job that you wish was your main job? Make this the year that you pursue it even further. Embrace that part of you. Take that leap and share it with us. We'd love to join you on that journey. It's important to have supporters from others as you go out on a new adventure. And I, for one, am excited to find out what the next few years may bring.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Yay.
Anything else before I wrap up this?
One other. Ethan predicted being in a golden age. We talked about it being more like bronze. I think you said, Ethan.
Yes.
But you also talked about current events and comic books and how they intersect. And we absolutely have done that. When we talked about how they nerfed Sabra is the one that comes to my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's so many good episodes. Friends, if you haven't heard all of them, now's the time. Go back and listen to all 100 episodes. Download them, save them, listen to them on your walks, on your drives, and then share it with your friends. Right? Awesome. All right, I want to go record these other questions. So That'll do it for this episode of Torah Smash. Our theme music was created by Sean Fogel. You can check out Sean's bands and studio work at www.thesleepywest.com. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to rate and review us wherever you listen. It helps others find us and is an excellent way to support the podcast. We want to hear from you and continue today's nerdy discussion. Go to torahsmash.com to find where to connect with us online, purchase swag from our store, support us with a donation, find previous episodes, and more. And maybe the real treasure was the midrash we created along the way. And away we go.
We have to edit that part out.
If it wasn't Cat Sarlacc, what did I say?
For what? That got cut?
That Ethan said was going to get cut.
Yeah, I'm not mentioning it. It got cut.